What's happening, everyone? Happy Sunday to you and yours. Welcome to the show. I'm Max, and I'm your host. And we're going to see what I'm watching on PulseChain. Very interesting stuff going on. PulseChain, what's that? I thought Hex was cool again. What do you mean PulseChain? Why are you talking about PulseChain? Why don't you talk about Hex? You know what? I'm going to talk about Hex first. Boom. That's EHEX, by the way. Been quite a week for Hexkins. Just a cool 199% as of now, and that's after did back down. Look at that! Look at that! Look at that! Hitting 1 penny. Look at the 1 penny. I like that. I like that 1 penny. Feels good, man. Feels good. I like the 1 penny. It was just, I know everyone on Twitter has been like, hey, remember when I told you it was going to go up? I told you there. Everyone's posting their clips before it happened. And funny enough, I did have right before it happened. You know what? No one's talking about this either. Richard tweeted his famous tweet. Let me get this page real quick. Wasn't that, I haven't even checked this, but I'm pretty sure that timed perfect. I'm not saying Richard had anything to do with the pump, obviously, but it's so funny how that was right around the same time. Did a video on this, the Richard's greatest tweet. Let's see if I can find it. Yeah, October 14th, October 22nd. So 5 days. Okay, it was a little bit over 5 days. But anyways, did this give the whales passion? Did this make price, indirectly? Did it have an effect on the community where they're like, you know what? Maybe this thing did bottom. Boom. Maybe that happened. I don't know. But I think that funny enough, that happened. I did the stream on like T-shares. 1 million Hex got you 100 T-shares, and it was only $3,000 at the time. It was pretty cool to see. So congrats, everyone. Again, I did a whole stream with Corey on macros. There's nothing that shows me that we're in a bull market right now. I have no idea, not financial advice, but I've not came across anything myself that tells me that we're in a bull market and that any green candles are sustainable whatsoever. However, boy, it feels good to go up for once. I forgot what green candles looked like for a minute there. So again, congrats on that. Hopefully we can sustain it. Hopefully it just keeps going and it isn't just a up down movement. However, the trading is probably getting more excited if you're using any of the just trading in general or leverage or otherwise. We have a lot of banking apps already available. We have more launching on PulseChain soon, but you can short Hex, you can long Hex, you can long PulseChain, all that stuff as well. You got tools for that. You need to know what you're doing, assume all risks, all that stuff. But very, very interesting how these kinds of like actual market movements tend to bring people in with money and capital willing to bet one way or another and make it more exciting because they can actually see things that go back and forth a little bit more. But all my stakers out there, again, if you locked in those T-shares a few days ago, congratulations. Oh, good stuff. Talk to chat in just a moment. I got 2 streams going on tomorrow if everything goes well. The first one, you can look on the channel if you're interested to see. I'll keep them both a surprise for now. But I'll say this: I like to have people on with controversial opinions or otherwise, and I think that helps us learn. So, very cool. Notes here. All right, we are back. I'm gonna hit up the chat. What up, Red Squirrel? Good to see you, man. Red Squirrel is he's a very important person going forward. I think there's so many people with unique talents in the community that it's just This place is great. It really is. Red Squirrel's got his talents, with Tetra and otherwise. I'm very, very excited about that project coming up. They'd be very good for PulseChain. Again, a lot of the projects I'm excited in are good for PulseChain and are, money printers, like literally in the case of Tetra, if you're staking it. And DeFi strategies have been getting a lot more interested in that lately too. So very cool. Happy Sunday to you, Intrepid PLSX. Happy Sunday. Fine Hayseed, Appalachian. Cheers to you. What's up, Chris A? Welcome. You got a double helix there, a rocket, and a moon. Those are 3 cool emojis. Usually use the double helix for longevity tweets and streams and stuff. The rocket, of course, is up and to the right, and moon is where we want to land. Very good. What the heck is an ordinal in one sentence? Isn't that a Bitcoin NFT thing? I really don't know. I have not spent the time to get into that. Yeah. I don't know. It seems like a Googleable thing, though. But yeah, off the top of my head, I don't know. What's up, Elite Hexer? Nice. It's a pun off of Elite Hexer. Good to see you as well. All right. I don't see bull market either. I'm no financial analyst, TA guy or otherwise, but I'm glad we're getting some people see as hope again. It's nice to me. I don't print my emotions with the candle color, so green is good. However, it really doesn't do much in the effective thing. I mean, when I'm looking at hex stakes and stuff, it makes them look more valuable. But I don't really care what they look like right now. I'm just, this time next year, maybe I care a little bit more because, that would, maybe we're a little bit closer to a bull run or maybe we're in it. Who knows? But right now, I have no expectations right now. Keep DCA and people, stick to your plan. You have time to accumulate. That's the thing too. You could even make a case against green candles being good if in an accumulation phase, because that's, it could be interfering with your DCA plans. You could be getting a worse deal or have to wait on your DCA for a better price. Some people may have that in mind as well. So funny enough, green candle is not always good, depending on your personal situation and stuff. I'm going to get into politics today. However, Johnny Chaos dropping bombs with Sloth. Oh yeah, he is on with Sloth right now. Is that right? He told me too, because I was booking him for Hex Unaffected around. I was trying to get him booked in a week or two, and he said that it's Halloween time right now, so he's hard to get a hold of. Probably maybe family stuff or otherwise. I'm not sure. Shout out to Johnny Chaos and Sloth right now. Didn't even think about you guys streaming. So if we don't get 100 people, that's where half of everyone is at least. But we're going to be splitting the streaming pressure right now. It's okay. I won't go for too long. I'll probably just go for like 15 more minutes or so. Y'all have any questions? Put them in the chat. I'm just going to go over a couple things I think are interesting. Again, what I'm watching on PulseChain. Hard not to watch Hex. Oh, that's on Ethereum. Let's look at Hex on PulseChain. Also doing pretty well. Responding there. I know the ratio is closing a bit. You can look at every other chart on Twitter for that. However, text screener going to load. It's trying its best. Let's just look at, ink over $1. So funny, when I saw ink go under $1, I was like, remember when ink was $35? Remember when it was 80? A lot more people farming and getting that sweet, amazing APY back then. Let me just refresh real quick and see if I can do the hex chart one more time. Mintra a good buy right now? I didn't see it go down, didn't it? Yeah, we can take a look at it. I have no idea if it's a good buy or not. I will point you to the tokenomics stream or tokenomics clip I did with Gerardo. I clipped from that stream. Very, very cool. Tokenomics and discussion and demo of the stream for that. So I would check that out. All right, we're not looking at Hex right now. Let's see. We go to RHMax, YouTube. Go to playlists. Oh, while we're here, I've added a couple more to the onboarding playlist. So if you got new people out there and you don't want to onboard them at 50 cents, if we ever get back there again, then you can try to. Good morning, MA. You know what? You didn't even say it, but Burbear. I got Burberry back. I was thinking about that the other day. I was like, Burberry's got to come back, whether you say it or not. This is for the last 2 times you said it. Burberry is here, and he is square, and he is ready for those green candles. There you go, MA. Appreciate you saying Burberry the other day, and he was not available. You know what? The first time he was not available. The second time he was available. I couldn't see him. You know, where I put him around my desk, I didn't see him, so I assumed he was not available, but he's available today. Anyways, I added a couple more videos to this real quick. I'll just go through. I added how to provide liquidity to PulseX, and then how to yield farm on PulseX. And there's also, actually, I got them scheduled. So the next 2 days, you'll see a couple videos, and I'll give you a sneak peek. They're about Hedron. So Hedron Acosta videos will be on there as well. But it's going to, let's type in RHMax. Funny, I have so many videos. Every time somebody asks a question, half the time I'm just like, Google the video I did on it. Google, you know, or the clip that I got from having someone on there talking about it who wasn't me. So this is the one on Mintra. If you're interested in Mintra, you know, tokenomics and otherwise, feel free to check that one out. The full video I clipped from there. It's about 30 minutes, pretty long. But you know, if you're interested in a 30-minute demo into Mintra and why you think it is cool or not, feel free to check that out. That was a good stream, by the way. Remember that one? Had Gerardo and Dipcatcher on to talk about the SEC and otherwise. That was a pretty cool stream. So Mintra, what else we got? So a couple other questions here. Why is there not single testing on PulseX? Because the devs haven't added it is the most straightforward answer, and that's not the most satisfying one for you. I hate to point to another stream, but the other day I talked about this where I don't think, you know what, I have the clip here too. Let's tap in PulseX. It's just gonna be me Googling my own clips. Let's see. Yeah, this one. So check this one out. I just want to, if I can give you the clip where I already covered it's much more in depth, I'll just do that. So for me, I don't expect PulseX to be the most awesome product in a bear market. I just don't. I don't think it matters. I don't think it needs to be. I think that I'm okay with features being added one at a time as they come. Devs work on whatever they want to do. When the bull market's here, that's when I would have, if I have any expectations, it would be around the bull market for these things to come, get people excited. Boom, boom, boom. Maybe features make price go up. Who knows? But why would they add all the features? Why would Richard add all the secret sauce? Why would the devs work on stuff? Why would they make sure PulseX is perfect in the bear market when a fraction of the people who may come in crypto are here right now, and a fraction of the money people have to spend are here right now? Like, why would that be a priority? It would be nice. It's nice to have, but it's not a priority. So whether it's single-sided staking, whether there's DAO voting, whether there's all the buttons pressed correctly, I don't care. It works fine. I mean, liquidity works fine. I mean, it works fine as farming. Farming is there. Everything, the basics work on it. So I'm okay with Chinese things happening in the bull market. So it's okay if everything's not amazing right now. Should we ban Ethereum for PulseChain? It's still worth having assets on. You should tune in tomorrow for tomorrow's stream at 2:30 Eastern if you want to at least hear the hex side of that. We'll get into that a little bit more. Will EARN protocol use the same oracle as liquid loans? I mean, they both, I imagine, use fetch oracle. I don't, I don't know the tech. Again, these are products that are not even released yet on the mainnet, so it's kind of hard to say about some of the stuff. But it sounds like, I'm pretty sure, didn't they fork Liquidity for Power City? Basically, from what I understand, the liquid loans fork of Liquidity and the Power City fork of Liquidity. It's just kind of like to use two different assets. I say, imagine all of the code's the same. They work in a similar fashion, all that. I'd have to ask Jesse about that. But in general, I would say whatever liquid loans needs to do to make that thing work correctly, Power City is probably, fishing out of the same boat. So don't know for sure, but I imagine the answer is yes. But I don't know. I'm not a dev for them. So hit up the man with likes, no poly. Appreciate it. I mean, whatever you guys want to do. Again, I'm not here to ask for likes and subs and belly button all that. If you'd like to, that's cool. I'm here to talk about what is going on PulseChain. So I'm gonna go to my own Twitter because it's where, you know what? If you want to know what's going on PulseChain all the time, not just when I'm streaming about it, you could follow me on Twitter if you like. Literally, that is like what I'm seeing, what I think is important, what I think is interesting, what I think is funny. I usually retweet it or make commentary about it. So feel free at RHMax, just the way it sounds. But I'm going to go through. Pretty cool that Coast did a little video here too. So if you're interested in seeing, because there's when you go to sign up, you kind of got to sign up. That you can't really see all this stuff unless you have an account, which like you need to be verified and stuff to do. So if you're curious what the interface looks like, what mint and burn, all that stuff is, they just put out a video. So that's pretty cool on CST. I like this. I'm literally just going to scroll through Twitter for the next 10 minutes and talk about things that I'm most up to date on this, and just answer any questions. So again, 10 more minutes, and we'll call it a day until the doubleheader tomorrow. I like this old picture of Elon watching Highest of Stakes. I'm actually excited for Highest of Stakes updates. I want to see when streaming dev. I'd like to watch it again. I'd go, if they showed a movie theater, I'd go watch it again. That's pretty cool. Ethereum Bros, your wells are shutting down PulseChain. So apparently somebody with 2,500 ETH just bought 7.6 BL PLS. Pretty cool. Pretty cool to get some more Ethereum wells over to an ecosystem that lucky the gains, the technology and the gains. This is a poll I posted too, because I just heard so many people talk about it. Again, if you want to participate, feel free. I mean, my opinion is no. At least currently, I don't really see a point in doing it. I don't really see a point in Richard doing anything ever, if Richard was the OA, or if he wasn't, if it's Greg the Duck or whoever else. Yeah, I don't see the point. I'd like to see people make a really strong case for and against it. There's some cases in the comments, mostly around staking otherwise, but I would like to see almost like an economics case. We need an economics professor to study this. Maybe we'll get the guy from the documentary. He seems like he's pretty interested in what we got going on. Axis is calling the bottom. That's what it looks like here. Update on the Hex Mayor multiple. It's a rapid descent towards combined Hex price made the 2-day moving average since the beginning, almost 4 years ago. Bottoms in, folks. Bottoms in, folks. That's what he says. That's what he says. I would not be surprised. I would not be surprised if the 003 was that. This is a great video, by the way. If you haven't seen this, super funny video. With the music and Richard and all the meteor. That was like the meteor thing going on, I think, back then. The Mad Gains video. I like it. I like it. This is another one I came up with recently too. What's up, Alan? Can't not acknowledge you. Cannot. Boom. I have a thing where when I see Alan in the chat, I have to do all caps Alan. He does all caps RHMax. It's just a thing we do from time to time, pretty much every time we see each other. So imaginary corables is about imaginary awesomes. Like what if Godwell used all his other coins? If you haven't seen Godwell's coins, by the way, I'll just go to Fatty real quick. He has a lot of other coins. Correct, Alan. Correct. Retestings still in the game. And yell at each other in chat. Yes, exactly. Get a comment from Crypto Fanatic real quick. We were wrong to sacrifice for PulseX and PulseChain. Now the price has fallen. We would receive much more. Wrong is an interesting word here. I talked about this yesterday. I had a stream called "Is Richard Hart Wrong?" where I talked about a lot of the different greatest hits and different ideals and different cases for and against and stuff. And you bring up a good point, because looking at it, I don't hear anyone saying, "Oh, I wish I would have sacked more." People say it all the time. Oh, I wish I would have sacked more for PulseChain. I wish I would, nobody said they wish they would have sacked more for PulseX, because I think it's what everyone else's other money went into after they were so convinced that after seeing PulseChain, they were so impressed they put a lot more money into PulseX. Or maybe they just had more at the time. They were more convinced, whatever it was. But nobody's saying that anymore. Why is that? Because price went down. And, I imagine a lot of people sold it, took profit, did things before price went down, 50%, 90%, respectively. But so the case for, again, I talked about this more in depth in the previous stream, but the case for having a large SAC for both of those is to get more people in, committed, skin in the game, building, interested, promotion, all that stuff. Great for the group, maybe not so great for the individual, again, unless you took your 2.5x or whatever you got with PulseChain, or held your SAC value with PulseX and got out at that point, and then maybe you're buying lower right now. Most people obviously didn't do that. So looking back in hindsight, it looks like, oh, why would I sacrifice it? It dumped so much and I just held it. So I think one way to look at this is, so two things on that. One, yes, you're down on paper right now. Maybe you are. I'm not saying you are, but imagine people who are thinking this, maybe they've been holding the entire time. Maybe they didn't sell anything. And it's down on paper, right? But what if it goes up? What if it goes to SAC price? What if it goes past SAC price? What if it's 10,000x? All that stuff. You are in. And we could talk about, how the coins the SAC price were worth way much more money before, and how, you were saved by maybe making other investments that wouldn't have worked out as well, or all that stuff. That's a whole other case too. But I just want to say that one is, you haven't sold, it's not technically a loss, which I don't say that in a coping way. I say that in a way that means this is the ecosystem playing long-term games, long-term people. So this is not I sacked, it goes up 10x, 100x, whatever, I'm out. Like, if everyone's thinking that, why would it happen? Which we see what happened. And then the other one is, would you still be around, you or anyone else, again, speaking generally, would you or anyone else still be around? Would you still be exposed? Would you still be interested? Would you have sacked for other projects that you think will do well, or are going to do well, or have yet to launch yet, or have already launched and have done well? Would you have learned? Would you have been exposed? Would you be watching streams? Would you have learned? Would you be the person you are today, assuming you've been paying attention and learned and are happy with everything? Assuming you're happy with everything else other than the price right now. Would that have happened had you not sacrificed with PulseChain, PulseX? So that's just a couple points. There's 2 or 3 points in there, taken for what you will. Prices are not up right now, but that doesn't mean it's going to last forever. And I think there's some auxiliary benefits that come with the sacrifice phase as well. So I'll say that. Hopefully that makes sense. I'm bullish on paper. Nice. Oh, me too, Alan. Me too. Armando, I'll get the Godwell's wallet here in a second. Armando, will there be a secret high stakes during the bull run? Man, that would be awesome. Awesome. Is that imaginary awesome? You were inspired by that? And that don't seem too imaginary though. That could happen. That's like not too crazy. I love that. I'd love to like have one as a foundation to kind of set the stage for what's happened since in the bull run, get everyone more excited. I don't think it's a lack of coverage or footage or anything like that. SAC was designed to cost, build, engage interest. And that's another thing you complain about if you wanted to. It's like, we spend $1 billion for not worky sometimes. Like, I mean, everything's working pretty well overall most of the time. But bugs the PulseX and PulseChain was, just incredible, like a good problem to have, incredible demand the first couple of weeks. The bridge was overloaded, all that stuff happened. Again, nobody remembers all that stuff now, right? Like, and if prices weren't down so much, nobody would even care. But it's like the price is down and I didn't get this amazing, flawless product that's just obviously going to moon at any moment, like that kind of thing. So yeah, interest. It was to network effect. Chalk it up to network effect. Nothing else. I think that's important. I think that's Again, it doesn't show immediately, but compound interest over time. I hope that we all look back and think, wow, that was a good idea. We couldn't see it 5 months into PulseChain, but maybe we saw it a year, 2 years, 3 years in. The Chad got his pumps in. He decided to turn on RHMax. Appreciate that, man. Good to see you. If there are zero sack race, you want to build it? You know, nobody would have skin in the game. We'll say that. There wouldn't be as big a community as we have now. I'll say that. Chris Bennett's Hex, Icosa, fame stakes for me. PulseX just don't do it for me. Yeah, I mean, PulseX is a DEX. It is ton of liquidity. It serves a purpose, right? You can yield farm on it. You can provide LP on it. And the tokenomics, buy and burn. Maybe you can single side stake it later. Maybe you can use it for voting rights. Maybe there's other people build on it. Maybe it's third party. You can spend Power City. You can mint stablecoins from it. Like, it's that doesn't excite everyone. That's okay. So it's I just think it's underrated. Like, it's because it's down so much, it's easy to point out the flaws and stuff like that. But yeah, funny enough, I think PulseX is being underrated, or and again, like, yeah, Hexacosa fame. That sounds like you're in the right ballpark as far as popular products that seem to be bringing capital or otherwise into the ecosystem. T-share payout, did it jump today? Oh yeah, didn't somebody emerging on stake some big one? If we have time, Alan, if we have time, let me get to the God of a Wallet. Let me get to his comments on that. We'll see. I did see there was some like crazy emergency in stake. I think I saw it today. Armando, all investments require communications, commitments to both time and money. It pays to be patient, patience is bitter. The fruit is sweet. I agree. What caused Hex run up? Arizona RC. Look, so I cover in the last 3 or 4 days, especially the Axis stream. I recommend you go watch that. Go watch the Hex Power Hour with Axis and Crispy. That'll talk more about it. But whales and lots of buying is the short answer. But yeah, go check out that stream if you haven't already. Should answer all the questions. And I've got plenty of clips from it too if you want the shorter form. What's up, Believe in Yourself? Welcome. Good to see you. You got some nice 21 T-shirts through eDesi. Yeah, that's a real thing. Those Maximus discounts on T-shirts. Pretty cool. Oh my God. All right. So yeah, God bless Wallet. I'll finish up on that because I need to hop off. I'll put this in here. If you haven't seen it already, talked about it quite a few times. Give me a second to load. I apologize. It's taking so long. I'm about to restart the computer. Unplug the router. No, none of that stuff. Let me just start this real quick. Okay. Let's see if this works any better. You can see Fatty's pretty cool if you all haven't seen it yet. It shows you connects with a lot of different protocols, shows you information about LP and what you got locked, your coins and different networks. And anyways, he's got like hundreds of trillions, hundreds of billions of dollars. Could be hundreds of trillions one day, you never know. And there's like different coins. He's got Hedron, Icosa, a bunch of that. I think he's got Mint. Pretty sure I saw Mint. He's got Texan. He's got can't remember exactly. Somebody help me if you pulled it up already. because I don't think it's going to load here. Did he mean Watts? I'm not sure. For some reason it's super slow right now. All right, it's not going to load. We're going to go out on that. Oh, did it? Something happen? No, it just died. Sorry. Vic Bish, hit the replay gang, man. Hit the replay gang. I'm going to wrap it up here because my browser just decided not to work now. So cool. Anything else going on? Anyone got any fun plans to finish up their weekend? I am just going to relax. Again, I got 2 streams tomorrow. Come by. 2:30 Pacific and then 7 o'clock Pacific. So sorry, 2:30 Eastern and 7 p.m. Eastern. There you go. So come by tomorrow. Should be fun. Should be a lot of good, interesting discussion tomorrow. That's all I got for you. Scivive and 5555.